Welcome back, beautiful souls. I'm Sofia Valentina, and on this channel, we don't do surface-level conversations. We go deep, we go real. We talk about the things people feel but never say out loud. Today's topic is one that I've been wanting to cover for a long time because I see it happen over and over in my own life, in the lives of women I know, in the messages you send me every single week. A strong woman gives. She loves fiercely, she communicates, she tries. She fights for what matters to her. And then, one day, she just stops. No explosion, no ultimatum, no dramatic goodbye. Just silence. And that silence, it speaks louder than anything she ever said. Let me explain why. Chapter 1. The silence isn't anger, it's acceptance. Here's the first thing you need to understand about a strong woman's silence. It is not a tantrum. It is not manipulation. It is not a game she's playing to make you chase her. It is acceptance. See, before she goes silent, she tried everything else. She talked to you multiple times. She told you what she needed. She explained how she felt. She asked you, sometimes begged you, to show up differently. And you either didn't listen, didn't believe her, or believed she would never actually leave. So she accepted something deeply painful, that you are who you are, that you cannot, or will not, give her what she needs. That she has been trying to water a plant that was never going to grow. And once a strong woman accepts that truth, she stops fighting it, she stops talking about it, she stops bringing it up. Because here's what most people don't understand about strong women. We don't go silent because we have nothing to say. We go silent because we've already said everything, and we realized it changed nothing. The silence is the final conclusion of a long, painful conversation she had, mostly with herself. It's the moment she stopped trying to rewrite the ending of a story she already knew how it finished, and that, more than anything, is what makes it so final. You can feel the difference between a woman who is upset and a woman who is done. Upset means she still cares enough to react. Done means she has moved the emotion to somewhere you can no longer reach. When she goes quiet, really quiet, she has already begun to leave, even if she's still standing right in front of you. Chapter 2. She stopped fighting because she stopped seeing a future. Let me tell you something that I think is really important. Strong women don't fall out of love quickly. We hold on longer than we should. We make excuses for people we love. We see potential where others see red flags. We believe, deeply, sincerely, that love should be enough to fix things. So by the time she goes silent, she has been quietly mourning the relationship for weeks, maybe months. She has already had the imaginary conversation where she leaves. She has already pictured her life without you. She has already cried those tears, privately, alone, in a way you never saw. And then she dried them, and something shifted. What shifted is this: she stopped seeing a future with you, not because she stopped loving you, but because love without vision is just pain with a pretty name. She started asking herself, is this what I want 5 years from now? Is this who I want next to me when life gets hard? Is this the energy I want my children to grow up around? Is this the story I want to tell about my life? And the answers scared her. Not because they were hateful, but because they were honest. And a strong woman, above everything else, is honest with herself. So she let go of the future she had imagined with you. She folded it up, put it somewhere quiet inside her heart, and she grieved it in silence. By the time you noticed she had gone quiet, she had already done the hardest work. She had already let you go in her mind. The physical leaving, that's just the final chapter of a book she finished writing long before you ever turned the last page. Chapter 3. Her silence is her dignity. Now, I want to talk about something that doesn't get said enough. A strong woman goes silent because silence is the most dignified response to being undervalued. Think about it. What are her options? She could scream. She could cry in front of you. She could send the angry messages. She could call your friends. She could make a scene. And every single one of those options would give you something you don't deserve. Her emotion, her energy, her reaction, proof that you still have the power to move her. Silence gives you none of that. Silence says, I have taken back everything I gave you, including my reactions. There is a particular kind of strength in a woman who refuses to perform her pain for someone who caused it, who refuses to beg for what should have been freely given, who refuses to shrink herself into apologies for asking for basic love and respect. That strength looks like silence, and I want every woman watching this to hear me clearly. Your silence is not weakness. It is not coldness. It is not cruelty. It is the quiet, unshakable dignity of a woman who knows her worth. A woman who has decided that her peace is more valuable than the argument, that her future is more important than the explanation, that she owes no one a performance of her heartbreak. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is to be unlike the person who hurt you. A strong woman doesn't revenge, she simply withdraws. She simply becomes unavailable to the energy that diminished her. And that withdrawal, that silent, graceful withdrawal, is one of the most powerful things a human being can do. Hey, I want to pause for a second. If you're a woman watching this right now, and you recognize yourself in these words, I want you to know something. Your silence is valid. Your peace is non-negotiable. And whoever made you feel like you had to shrink, explain, or perform to be loved, they were wrong. Drop a in the comments if this is speaking to you. And if you're someone who has experienced this silence from a woman you love, stay with me. The next part is especially for you. Chapter 4. What you lost when she went quiet. I want to speak directly now to anyone watching who is on the other side of a strong woman's silence. Maybe you're confused, maybe you're frustrated, maybe you keep asking her, what's wrong? And she keeps saying nothing. And somehow that nothing feels like everything. Let me translate that nothing for you. Nothing means I've already had this conversation in my head 100 times, and I'm exhausted from it. Nothing means I don't have the energy to explain what you should already understand. Nothing means I'm protecting myself now, because you didn't protect me. Here is what you need to understand about what you lose when a strong woman goes silent. You lose the woman who used to defend you in rooms you weren't in. You lose the woman who remembered every small thing you said and turned it into care. You lose the one person who saw your potential so clearly she loved it before you ever lived up to it. You lose her laughter, the real kind, the unguarded kind, the kind she only had around people who made her feel truly safe. You lose someone who would have walked through fire for you and who quietly put out the fire herself when you didn't notice it was burning. And here is the hardest truth of all. You may not feel that loss today, maybe not even this month, but one day, when it's quiet, when you're honest with yourself, you will feel the weight of her absence, and you will understand, maybe too late, that her silence was the loudest thing she ever said to you. Strong women don't come back to explain themselves. They don't draft the apology speech and deliver it on your doorstep. They move forward, quietly, with intention, with everything she didn't pour into you redirected into herself. And she will be extraordinary, without you. So let's bring it all home. A strong woman goes silent when she is done, not because she has nothing left to say, but because she has already said everything that mattered. Not because she stopped caring, but because she cared enough about herself to stop accepting less than she deserved. Her silence is her acceptance, her mourning, her dignity, and her goodbye. If you are that strong woman right now, honor your silence, trust it. You are not being cold, you are being wise. You are protecting your peace in the most powerful way you know how. And if you are the person who caused that silence, I hope this video gave you something real to sit with. It's not too late to reflect, it's not too late to grow. But growth has to be real. Not because you're afraid of losing her, but because you genuinely understand what you had. That is the only answer worth giving to a strong woman's silence. If this video moved you today, please give it a like. It truly helps this channel reach more people who need these words. Subscribe for weekly videos on love, psychology, strength, and the human heart. And leave me a comment. Share your story. I read every single one and I carry them with me. I'm Sofia Valentina. Guard your peace, know your worth, and never apologize for going quiet when the world gets too loud. Goodbye, beautiful.